church family. This is Pastor James. I'm coming to you from one of my favorite places, at least in the state of Florida, up here at Camp Kalakwa. And I just want to share a thought with you this morning about foundations. We are actually in a series now called The House, and while last week I put it in terms of pillars, there's really a foundation. One of the pillars you could even say is a foundation, and it's the foundation of promise. You know, here at Kalakwa, there's a lot of really interesting and beautiful things to look at. I love walking up and down the boardwalk and looking at the spring and the flowing down into the Santa Fe River and just all of the little turtles and different things that you can see here. I love also just taking a quick look every time I'm down here at Big Dan. I believe Big Dan is now the third, if I'm not incorrect, the third oldest tree in the state of Florida. It's been around since the time of Daniel, and that is incredible to me. And you wonder, how does a tree last that long? It's interesting to look at not just how big it is, but how widespread it is. It has an enormous root system. A large cypress tree, I read, can have a root system that only goes about up to 2 feet deep, where most of the nutrients of the soil are anyway, but it can be spread out to 20, 30, 40, 50 feet all around that tree. And you see in the older trees these knees, these little outgrowths from the root system that come up out of the ground, and it always looks to me funny. They call them cypress knees. All of that put together makes for an incredible foundation for this tree to be able to last against all kinds of weather and all kinds of elements, all kinds of pests potentially. It's a really long-lasting, very durable tree, and a very interesting one to look at. We're talking about promise coming up this week. Pastor Freddy has an amazing sermon ready for this coming Sabbath, and his message is talking about promise and how it's really a foundation for so much. If you look at the big promise of Genesis chapter 12, what is it that God promises Abram? I'll make you a great nation and bless you. I'll make you famous. You'll be a blessing. I'll bless those who bless you, and those who curse you, I'll curse. All families of the earth will be blessed through you. Now, how is that a foundational promise? Well, what's going to be the foundation of a great nation here? God's blessing, for one. What's going to make this well-founded nation with a great foundation, what's going to make them famous? They will be a blessing. They're going to be known as the nation of blessing, or they should be known. I'll bless those who bless you. Those who curse you, I'll curse. All the families of the earth we bless through you. This whole idea of blessing comes across, but it's not just a blessing to be hoarded, it's a blessing to be shared. A foundation for the house of God, where he dwells with his people. A foundation is his promise, and that foundation is to make for a lasting nation, and ultimately an everlasting nation, when you consider that God dwells now with us in the Holy Spirit forever, and we will actually dwell in the presence of God in heaven forever. What a great foundational promise that we get to participate in, not just as a nation on earth, but as God's nation into eternity in his presence. So, hope you'll be there. Hope you'll be blessed. I know Pastor Freddy has a great message ready for you. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. God bless you.